What's gravy, baby? You already know who it is. It's your boy Trey. Follow the TrayWay. I never lead you astray. What we going over today is the all-star athletes full guide. You're gonna have you a Pat Mcafee, 99 overall. Pat Mcafee. How the hell you say it? It's Mcafee? Pat Mcafee? All right, bro, whatever. We gonna say Pat Mcafee around here, you heard me? Pat Mcafee, he's gonna have a punter card and a middle linebacker card. We'll go over that and how to get, you know, the cards upgraded and updated with the tokens as well. We're gonna talk about out of position players. They have different out of position players as far as, you know, regular players in the regular positions, some LTDs. You know, we'll go over the AP buckets and, you know, what these cards give out, as well as all-star athlete field pass, and also, you know, the challenges and everything that goes into the promo, baby. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it. First off, you're gonna have a welcome pack here, and with this welcome pack, you're gonna open this bad boy up. And what the hell do you get after this welcome pack? Good question. I like that right there, baby. Hey, that's kind of nice right there. I want to see one more time. Hockey. Basketball. Swish. Baseball. Football. Okay. All right. Okay, bro. Okay, EA. I like that right there, baby. I like that. You got the little tip here. It just go pretty much just tell you about, you know, what's going on in the field pass. We don't really need the, you know, we don't really need the, bro. We don't need that. Man, get that out my goddamn face. So you get one upgrade token right here. You hear me? One upgrade token. Why and what does these, you know, upgrade tokens matter? Why do they matter? What can you do with them? So let's open up this right here. So you're going to get this B&D pack, all-star athletes 88 overall B&D Pat Mcafee, you know, set. So they're pretty much putting you on the spot, bro. Which one you want, man? This punter actually gets like a goddamn gunslinger. This middle linebacker, he gets 0. Yes, I said it. 0 AP goddamn avalanche. So do you want a punter, bro? Do you want a free 99 overall punter? Pretty much. I think you can get these cards to a 99. We'll find out. Or do you want a middle linebacker that you could probably use on the defense? You know, you could probably use them in different positions. You maybe can loop them. You could have them on a line playing coverage. You know what I'm saying? You can use them. You got more uses out of this guy. Why they got this guy with gunslinger? I guess maybe you can put him out of position at quarterback, but do we really want to do that? So we going middle linebacker, bro. I'm not playing around, dog. We going middle linebacker. You know, because the avalanches, that's what we all about. You know what I'm saying? You got to have avalanches on the field. You can see on the description, Mud 25 all-star athlete Pat Mcafee. Mcafee was an ultimate athlete for the Colts. He could throw punt with hang time and tackle with power on kickoffs. All-star sport. Okay. All right. All-star in soccer and volleyball. All right, bro. Okay, EA. So pretty much you're going to throw, obviously, the tokens that you get right here into his card. Like I said, you get one for free right there. As far as theme teams go, guess what, guys? He gets any goddamn theme team. So very good, very clutch. Like I said, if you get the punter, same exact thing. These are his dual chemistries right there. He gets left outside and right outside position chemistries. And then as far as his ability buckets, he will get 0 AP lurk artist. So bam, that's already a dub. So 0 AP lurk artist, and he gets the 0 AP built-in avalanche. So just that right there pretty much makes him a good card. You can throw him out in coverage and live with it, bro. Throw him out in coverage, let him go to work. But he also gets another 0 AP ability bucket. What the hell do we want to put on him over here? I mean, I really don't know. I mean, would he get? I don't think he'll get mid zone. Yeah, he gets it for 1 once you upgrade him. So do you want to throw mids on him for 1? If you're throwing him in coverage, you know, that may work out pretty decently. You hear me? Like, do you just want to throw enforcer on him, you know, to help him out with his hit stick or extra pop? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your options, you know. So he gets these 0 AP abilities. So once you get him leveled up more, you know, it'll unlock some more abilities. But this card is pretty decent. So that's Pat Mcafee right there, the middle linebacker position. That's what we go roll with, and we're gonna go over how we can get the tokens to make sure that he gets upgraded all the way. All right, are y'all freezing me, EA? Are we froze, bro? EA Sports. What are we doing, fam? What are we doing, fam? Okay, cool. All right. So let's go back real quick. Let's go back real quick. I just want to make sure that this card can 100% get to a 99 overall. Is this a 99 overall card? Let's find out. Let's make sure that we can get enough tokens to get them to a 99. No, 98. Okay, so this card can get to a 98. They're not giving out a 99. He can get to a 98. How many tokens do we need? Let me see. One, you get one for free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 total tokens in them. We need 9. Okay, we need 9. We got one for free. So we're gonna have to figure out where we go get these goddamn tokens at. So let's go over here to the challenges. Of course, you always want to come in over here and check your challenges when you start new promos. All right, it's just what you gotta do. Okay, bro, I already know, dog, the cap is exceeded. Okay, bro, so they're not gonna let me look at the goddamn challenges because of my goddamn AP. Nonetheless, you can see right here, tier 1, you get a token. Tier 3, you get a token. Tier 5, you get a token. So how many tokens is that, guys? You also get some B&D players thrown in there too. So those are free players you can just throw in your lineup. You can play the challenges and then throw, you know, whatever free B&Ds that you get from here, you can just throw them in your lineup for the field pass objectives. All right, so this 3 tokens right here we just calculated. I'm pretty sure they're pretty simple, you know, simple solo challenges. Simple, nothing real hard, no full challenges. EA has done good over the past few years and not giving us a lot of full challenges and stupid shit like that. So it should be pretty simple in terms of the challenges to get done. Before we move on from this section, there is a new head-to-head event right here. You will see, show off your athletic prowess by taking on all-star athletes run, earning your choice between an 89 plus all-star athletes player or a 40k coin quick sell for a flawless run. So pretty much they're making you choose, do you want 40k or do you want an 89 plus? Which one you want, bruh? You hear me? Which one you want? Just let me know, bruh. And it's 4 games, so they're 2-minute quarters. All right, they're 2-minute quarters until you get to the Super Bowl. I believe the Super Bowl, it ends up going up to 3-minute quarters. Okay, and you play through this, and that's 40k or 89 plus. So when you think about it, if you take the 40k, let's just say you win, you consistently can win and keep winning, and you win, you know, 40k. If you play about 40 games, that's 1,000,000 coins. Okay, about 40 games, well, 40 wins is basically 1,000,000. Okay, so if you can get those flawless runs and just keep on piling them up, let's just say you get 40 wins in a day, that'll pretty much get you pretty much 1,000,000 coins. All right, so you can think of it like that. So just think about, hey, do you really want to sit up in here? Some games may be quick as hell, some games may be drawn out. You may have a guy that's sitting there taking his time, his precious time picking plays. You know, you might have some guys in there pissed off because you beating their ass. They trying to make the games last longer. You know, you go run into some BS. All right, let's just keep it real. Let's keep it trill. Let's keep it a thou wow. You hear me? You go run into some bullshit, man. It's just gonna happen. You know, not every game is gonna run by quick. So you just got to think about, bro, do I really want to do this? You hear me? I mean, it's coins to be had. Like I said, 4 wins in a row, that's 40k coins. If you can pull those things off real quick, and you can get the flawless runs at a steady rate, then hey, you can easily make 500k in one day. You know what I'm saying? You can make 500k, 300k, you know, just depending on how much you can play and how much you can win. You can make some coins there. It's a little bit more involved compared to what the house rules was, because the last house rules was a dub. Dudes was making buku amount of coins doing the last house rules, because they actually gave you a chance to pull LTDs and also like high overall NFL combine players or team of the year players and stuff like that. So in terms of that, the field pass. What are we looking for in terms of the field pass, Trey? So when you come over to the All-Star Athletes field pass, what you guys are going to see is that you're also going to be able to get other All-Star upgrade tokens. That's what we mainly care about. Yeah, you're going to get, you know, some B&D players and things like that, but we care about the tokens, all right? So level 4, that's another token, all right? Let's keep going. Level 6, that's another token, that's 2. Level 8, another token, that's 3. Level 10, another token, that's 4. Another token right there, that's 5. One right here, that is 6. Okay, 6 plus 3 equals what, guys? Just let me know. 9. You heard me? 6 plus 3 is 9. That's how many tokens we need to max out that middle linebacker, Pat Mcafee. All right, so you pretty much know now. You got to get the level 15 right here. You got to play all the challenges, and that will be the 9 tokens that you need to get whichever Pat Mcafee you chose fully maxed out. You heard me? So let me make sure there's no other way you can get tokens. Let me just make sure. Okay, so there's upgrade tokens by doing these completion sets. I don't like this completion sets bull crap. I don't like this right here where they add these completion sets into the game. It's just another way for EA to try to get money out of you, because you got to put together these big ass sets in order to get this stuff done. But nonetheless, with the challenges, you need to make sure that you get those done. You're going to earn 4K XP for this field pass. Sets, just by completing sets, 1,500 for completing 4 sets, and then completing 1 hero or championship, 2,000. You know, champion set or hero set, 2,000 right there. Stats, you need 2 all-star athlete players in your lineup. 2. All right, you get 2 of those players in your lineup, then hey, you're going to be able to get your offensive yards, your points, interceptions, tackles, whatever objectives they have for you, you're going to be able to accumulate them. It's 3,500 XP right here, 3,500, 3,000, 3,500. All right, and then winning games, this only counts in solo battles, solo seasons, the all-star athletes event, and head-to-head. There you go, another 2K XP. So that's pretty much what you guys are going to be looking at in terms of the field pass. Like I said, B&D players, you know, you may get glitchy and pull a high overall B&D players, but you also get the tokens in here, which is what we mainly care about. All right, so that's the field pass there. As far as the free players, like I said, if you play the challenges, you're going to get free B&D players. You have a 200 pack right here for a B&D player. All right, you know, you have this right here, a 1 coin daily coin offer. This also is going to get you a free B&D player. So we can go ahead and open up these. So sometimes you got to come in here and just look at these actual things in the store, because they have stuff like this in the store where you can get 1 coin players for the promo. So this wide receiver Randall McDaniel, we can literally just throw him in the lineup and we gravy. That's 1 free player, and we have the Pat Mcafee already, so that already is going to count as 2 players for us. That easy. So we throw the Pat Mcafee in the lineup, we throw that wide receiver McDaniel in the lineup, and we gravy, baby. You know what I'm saying? So we could go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so we had, what was it? And you see the red in the goddamn AP. I went over last video. The AP has changed. They decreased our AP. So we're going to have to make some goddamn changes to the team in terms of like the AP and stuff like that. So we're going to have to figure that out, bro. We're going to have to figure it out. I don't know what the hell we going to do, to be real with you, to decrease the AP, but we going to have to find a way to do it, dog. So wide receiver. So what we literally can do here, we don't need this J.K. Dobbins in the lineup anymore because we're done with the free agent promo. So we're going to go ahead and take him out the goddamn lineup. This Mike Williams, we don't need him anymore. Take him out the goddamn lineup. We had those guys in the lineup specifically for the promo of the free agency. Now we can throw this wide receiver, where is he at, bro? The guy we just got. Where you at, bro? Where your ass at, bro? I can put your trash ass in the lineup, bro. Why you hiding from me, dog? All right, Randall McDaniel. We throw him in there. Bam. That's 1 player. Easy. All right. And then as far as the Pat Mcafee, let's see. We can literally just throw this dude. you know, we can also have him at kickoff too, because I think literally if we put him in this position right here, he'll be on kickoffs with that avalanche. So you know what, we might go ahead and throw him in right here. What overall is he right now? Oh, what overall is that Pat Mcafee, bro? What overall is he, man? I don't even see him on here. Oh, there he is. So he's an 89. You know, this Baptiste dude is way higher, but right now Mcafee, he gets the actual avalanche, so I don't even care about the overall at this point. So we go throw him in right there, and then we go give him the secondary position for right outside linebacker. So let's go ahead, get him the right outside linebacker so the chems count. And then as far as what team, I think the other guy was he was commander, right? So we go throw watch the commanders on him, and then bam. So I think he's gonna be on the kickoffs now. So there he is. So we have our 2 all-star players in our lineup. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and activate his free avalanche. Why does it matter, bro? He's 0 AP. You talk about, oh, he's gonna increase your AP. Dog, he's 0 AP, EA, and so it shouldn't matter, god damn it. So they're not gonna let me do that until I fix my AP on my goddamn team. So whatever, bro. So let me exit this lineup. We got our two all-star players in the lineup. You've seen how that works. So that's pretty much the nitty-gritty mainly of the promo. You know what I'm saying? As far as the store goes, I mean, you know, EA is gonna try to take your money. You know how EA roll, bruh. But like I said, I always recommend, if you want to get a $20 pack and test your luck, go ahead, bro. But anything else, I'm cooling. I'm chilling, dog. You hear me? I'm cooling. I'm chilling. 22K for this all-star athletes reroll is not terrible. It's not terrible because you see, I've stacked up my training. I got 216K training. So maybe we could do a couple right quick. Let's just see if we can get something out of here, bro. Let's just see. We got a lot of that trading, baby. Stacks on stacks on stacks, racks on racks on racks. They give me a trash ass 89. I appreciate that. We gonna do 3 of them, bro. We gonna do 3 of them. This number 2 right here. What you gonna give me? Come on, give me something more than an 89. Another McDaniel. So EA ain't playing, dog. They said we want your training. We want all the training that y'all been accumulating. We ain't gonna give you a goddamn thing, bro. They gave me all 3 89s, so I'm done with it, bro. You know, EA, you can suck my dick. Nah, man, get me out of there. So the players, what do I think about the players? You know what I'm saying? You may ask. So let's go ahead and filter this to where we can get to all-star athletes here. So as far as the players go, I've looked through some of them. This guy right here is a monster. Do you have the coins to get him? That's up to your pockets. But he gets 0 AP Energizer, 0 AP Tank. Okay, you come over here. What else you get? What else you get? He don't get. I was gonna say, like, does he get, what's it called? If he got Freight Train built in, oh yeah, it's super duper GGs. But he doesn't get Freight Train, unfortunately. I think he gets Freight Train, but it's going to be, you know, the regular X Factor. But if he got built-in Freight Train with the tank, they smart for not doing that, bro. They real smart, because just think about it. Built-in Freight Train with built-in tank. But I mean, Tank the Energizer is cool. I mean, I don't even know what else you're throwing them. You probably throw in Bruiser on them for the hit sticks and the stiff arms, and then you also probably throw Human Joystick on him as well. And he's a big body, so Human Joystick, Bulldozer, Tank, Energizer. Oh yeah, he gonna be nasty, bro. And then you can just throw, for the hell of it, throw Running Back Apprentice on him or something for 0. You know, so he gets the extra actual routes. So he's a good card. I will vouch for. Anthony Munoz, he's a good card. I will vouch for. Why, you may ask? Because the dude gets built-in Vanguard as a wide receiver. Okay, which means if you have a running scheme, you can go buck wild, buck nasty with this dude. All right, with that Vanguard. And he gets, what's he get? He gets deep out for 1. Okay, so that's cool. But he also gets deep elite for 1. So deep elite for 1, which means, you know, he can catch those deep passes at a good rate. And then if you want to, you can also throw mid elite on him for like 1, or short for on him for 1. and that's 2 AP on this guy. But this is another guy I would say, hey, he's pretty cool, but he's a goddamn LTD, so he costs a lot. Julian Edelman, trash. Jimmy Graham, if he got double me, I would say, hey, this is a very good card. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, he doesn't get double me. He does get the deep elite and deep out. He does get that. But for receivers, if they get deep out, that's what I'm looking for. I want deep out. Deep elite is cool though. Deep elite is cool. Honorary lineman is cool for him as well. It's just like, damn, I wish he got double me, because you know this dude was a muscle machine for the Saints. This dude went up and got those 50-50 balls like it was nothing. Julius Peppers, he's always going to be a decent card, but unfortunately they gave him regular edge threat, which is straight ass. You should have gave him edge threat elite EA. This is straight up buns. All right, secure tackler, cool. What else does he get? What else does he get? He gets edge threat elite for 2. That's a lot. All right, that's a lot. Of course, film study for 1. So you're gonna have dummies running around with film study on them. It is what it is. What else, bro? What else does he get? What else does it get? No outsiders for 0, maybe? Okay, no outsiders for 0. That's pretty decent, okay? So no outsiders for 0, you can work with that. What else does it get for 0? Maybe you throw out of my way on them. That's not bad. You maybe can throw out of my way on them. Run stopper for 0 as well. So, I mean, he's going to be a decent card. It's just unfortunate that they gave him edge threat right here instead of edge threat elite. They would have made him a way better card, honestly. But whatever, EA, do what you gotta do. Tony G, not really. Taysom Hill, decent, because he does get trust built in. He gets trust built in and tank built in. Okay, so this card right here, if you want to do a running scheme with your quarterback, you gravy, because the only way he's fumbling the goddamn ball is pretty much just by getting strips. So if guys can get strips with him, he's gonna fumble, and he does have good release. He has a good release. Okay, so that's the thing with his card. So if you want to use this guy, go ahead, bro. He does get a good release. He gets gunslinger for 1. What else he gets, bro? What else should you want to throw on him? I'm just trying to see, bro. What else can you throw on this guy right here, and that'll be pretty cool? Conductor for 0 too. So there you go. You got your conductor for 0, and you also can get gunslinger for 0. And then he also gets the built-in trust and the built-in tank. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good. You can make Taysom Hill work for your team. All right. Randall McDaniel, we always know guards are going to be pretty good. Jim Thorpe, he doesn't really get anything good. The Deion Sanders man-to-man card, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know about Deion, man. I don't know, because his other card actually got universal coverage built in. Okay, which is why this card is underwhelming, because he doesn't get the abilities like his old card. The Super Bowl card literally got the goddamn universal coverage built in, which is all the KOs. This one, he doesn't get any special ability or X factor built in. So this card is honestly, yes, good numbers. Don't get me wrong, great numbers, but his abilities aren't what they should be, in my opinion. Okay, and as far as that, I mean, I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to go over as far as the players, bruh. I think that wasn't it like a cornerback Tony G that was kind of decent, because this Tony G is the tight end. Where's the other Tony G? Isn't there another Tony G that was like a cornerback, bro? I swear there was a Tony G that was a cornerback. Okay, here it is. So with these cards right here, just in case you want to know what the out of position cards, you have to get the 98 overall version of their cards in order to make them to a 98 overall. So you can get these cards to a 98 overall, but you have to have the 98 overall card of that player to make them that. So this card for Tony G as a safety or something, 6'5", is going to be a pretty decent card, because it gets the deep out zone KO built in. And right here, you could throw deep in on him or something. Okay. Let me see. What's it get? He gets deep zone KO for 1 right there, deep end for 0. So you just throw deep in on him right there for 0, and you basically got deep out. Pick artist right here for 0. You know what I'm saying? And then you can even have, you know, something else on them right here. This is the other, you know, this is the trash ability buckets, but you have another 0 bucket. You could throw lurker on the dude right here. You know what I'm saying? So this card's not that bad. Then also you can throw like flat zone on them. You know what I'm saying? So this card out of the 95s, pretty decent, bro. Pretty decent. Anybody else that I would recommend as far as like the 95 cards, you get a Dion QB, I don't know about the DB, about the quarterback right there. I don't know. Maybe Jim Thorpett's as a kicker. You know, you can get you a kicker right here for the, I mean, not really for the low, because you got to buy the 98 card. But as far as his abilities go, he's going to be getting passing abilities, so you can put the dude in as quarterback. But the question is, why the hell doesn't he get abilities for a kicker? Okay, here they are right here. 0 AP precision kicker, 1 AP clutch kicker. Okay, so he'll get some abilities as far as kicking goes. Okay, so I mean, there's a plenty of things you can look at this promo. You can try to see about these 95s, upgrading them to a 98. You know what I'm saying? But there's not a lot of cards in this promo that I'm just outright saying that, hey, you gotta have. The LTDs are pretty decent, but they're expensive. They're LTDs. But the non-LTD cards, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I mean, the left guard right here, the Taysom Hill right here, maybe Julius Peppers. You know, if you still want to rock Dion or whatever, bro, just throw him in as safety maybe. I don't know. But he doesn't get as good as abilities as he did get. So that's the thing with me, bro. These abilities are cool, but they're not good like the Combine. They're not good like the Super Bowl promo. You know, they don't have built-in X factors as abilities. They don't have X factors that start on. And that's the main L with this promo and with the Ring of Honor promo. Those cards that not get X factors that started on or charge up, and they also don't get built-in X factors as abilities. You heard me? In this game right here, it's about abilities. What are the best abilities you can get for cheap? And these cards, unfortunately, they don't get the abilities like the past promos did. That was very glitchy, and that's why their cards are already at 500k. You know what I'm saying? Some of these cards are already at 500k. Some of those NFL Combine players, it took them forever to decrease, and they only decreased because other promos came out. But these cards are already kind of cheap, and the promo just got damn released. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much that for the players. And as far as the sets go, you know, you're going to be able to complete sets. You know, you need to complete 4 sets for the promo. So what I would recommend is completing the lowest level set and, you know, try to get the XP for the promo. They have these completion sets right here. So what these completion sets do, pretty much they give you an opportunity to put all these goddamn cards in the lineup. Okay, you put all these cards in the lineup, and then what's going to end up happening is, if you end up doing all of these sets, I believe they give you an opportunity to get like a LTD card or something like that. So if you do this completion set right here with all these cards, if you do this completion set right here with all of these cards, and then you do all the completion sets right here that I showed you, they're gonna be able to actually give you a, you know, a chance to end up pulling, I think, like an LTD or something like that. They're gonna give you like a special pack. All right, and right here with the All-Star Athletes upgrade tokens, you can also get a free 98 overall. Okay, limited to 2 completions. So let's just say, hey, I don't really want to have the goddamn taste. I don't want the Pat McAfee card. You can actually put the tokens in here to get a 98 overall card of your choosing. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you don't care about the Pat McAfee card, you could throw those actual tokens in here and you good. Hold up, Athletes Champion token. Hold up, do you have to be the champion token? So let me make sure. Athletes upgrade tokens to receive. Yeah, it just says upgrade tokens. Yeah, Okay, so it just says upgrade tokens right here. Yeah, so yeah, those upgrade tokens, you should be able to just throw those in here in order to get a 98 overall of your choosing. Okay, so I mean, that's pretty much that for the promo, bruh. Like, of course you can nickel and dime your way through the 89s, make the 91s with the 95s in order to make these cards, but you know, none of these cards are really that, you know, with the abilities, bro. It's just like, you might as well just go and buy the goddamn cards, bro. Don't nickel and dime your way all this way in order to get a card for 500k or 400 something k. Just buy these cards, bro. Let's be real. Just buy these cards. If these cards are going for a lot more coins and it was cheaper to do the sets, then okay, cool. But these cards aren't that expensive, dog. So you might as well just buy them outright, man. F the goddamn sets. You hear me? F them. So that's pretty much it for the promo. I know it's kind of a long video, bro, but I wanted to go over every single thing that goes on with this promo. You know, when we do these full guides, I try to go over as much as possible and give y'all as much information as possible that y'all may need when it comes to this promo. Because hey, if I ain't gonna do it, then who else gonna do it for you, baby? Some guys may drop, you know, several videos going over the promo. Me, I'm gonna do it all in one go. I'm gonna give you everything you need in one round. You hear me? You know what I'm saying, baby? You know, I ain't a one hit quitter. You know, actually, maybe I am a one hitter quitter. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that one hit, I'm gonna give you a nice long ride, baby. A nice long ride. But beyond that, man, I gotta mess around with this goddamn AP and see what the hell I'm gonna do with my AP, because EA likes to decrease AP. Appreciate you, EA, for messing up my goddamn AP. But nonetheless, it's been your boy. Y'all stay blessed. Until next time, y'all be easy. Stay breezy, mate.